Hello, guys. How you doing? Again. Yeah, I think YouTube kicked me off. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think it's funny. What did I do? I ain't found nothing unless my net glitched. Oh, my net glitched. It's just like fucking 5G internet. Honestly, I'm gonna talk about that, okay? And I'm gonna promote YouTube just to see if I can get back on their good side. Okay. Me and my wife over almost. Oh God, how long has it been now? About 4.5, about 4.5 years. I mean, when we first moved in here, we had like direct TV and a satellite TV service. That shit was just taking us for all we were worth. And then we ended up getting the local cable. Then we also had the internet. And it was still rather expensive. We was paying like 90, 100, $120. And one of the things they offered, which always blew me away, was the TV anywhere on the cable package. Okay, what we ended up doing is completely getting rid of the cable box. We just cutting cable completely out. We were paying better part of 70 to $80 for over 2,000 plus channels, wherein my wife watches binge watches different series TV series and or shows like British Baking Show. And I maybe at the time watched 6 channels. And this was before George Floyd and before Live PD got ripped off the air. And we decided to get rid of it, and we ended up going with Sling. Sling is like 45, $50 a fucking month, and you get the same amount of fucking channels. You lose half. I guarantee you this: you'd save a couple of $1,000 a year. I mean, honestly, this is what I would tell you: somebody who has cable, get rid of your cable, cut it. Just upgrade your internet to the fastest internet that you can get. Then look at either YouTube TV, Hulu Plus, Sling, or any other streaming services. Okay, and then for movies, and this is a multi-faceted bonus. Amazon Prime. Because not only on Amazon Prime do you have access to Audible, you also get like free or cheap ass shipping and shit like that. I mean, and you get like Amazon movie music and shit like that. And honestly, it's funny as fuck because I live in an area where over the air digital doesn't work. Not at all. Doesn't. So, okay, yeah. But honestly, I like Sling. I mean, we have Sling. I watch a. But what I like about Sling is you get, if you get the Sling package, you get like 50 gig. I think I would have to look it up, but 50 gigabytes of DVR. I like that because sometimes I don't really feel like sitting there and waiting to watch a show. So I'll just hit the button and DVR it. And if I'm done watching the Murder Machine or the Pedophile Catchers and shit like that, oh no, I said another bad word. Then yeah, I'll go and watch them. I'll catch up on them. One of my favorite one of my favorite ones are Interrogation Camp. I'm into the true crime because I like studying the human animal. The humans are such an interesting people. You think about this, there's 8 billion of them, and yet they cannot choose to stop breeding or continue. I mean, I'm not no doctor or psychologist or social anything, okay? What I am is somebody who sits here and watches the news or listens to news updates, or maybe I'll get something on my phone. Usually, if it doesn't pertain to either within my house or my life or my county, I usually just send it off into the ether. But there are some of those stories out there that just stick with me. And usually, okay, when I was a child, back when we communicated by coconuts and logs, on the radio, on the radio, there was, I remember growing up, my parents listened to a radio station called KLAD, KLAB, country station. But it had this it had this one show on it. I think they'd play once every hour or once every couple of hours. It's called Paul Harvey. Guy was Paul Harvey. And he would sit back there and take a headline of the day or the time that was being really sensationalized throughout the media, or what was the media at the time. He would give it out and then you'd go to a commercial. Then he would kind of talk about it again, and then he would go, and here is the rest of the story. And I remember I was faithfully dedicated to that show. And I wasn't dedicated to it because I liked it. I really didn't like the news at the time. I was interested in the idea of the whole story. I mean, you got Anderson Cooper and the whole story, but it's not the whole story. It's only the side of the story they want to tell. I remember I live in Wildfire. Okay, we had a really wonderful year this year. I mean, all the storms last winter, the extremely wet and mild summer we had this year. Then so far it's just been, but back before we got evacuated, I remember, who was Lisa Ling. I'm not going to criticize her hard, but I mean, I don't. That was like, okay. Before I get into it, that was like the only episode I watched, and she was doing something, and how it was presented to me was that it was kind of a biased show, and it did not reflect the true struggles of those who live in the wildfire area and that have to rebuild. Sorry, who have to rebuild because their house has been lost. Tell the story. I mean, but yet, and I can't criticize because I know she believes it in her heart. You cannot fault true belief. You cannot fault true belief. Never can, never will. See, the human animal is a wonderful creature. because they're capable of so much more. When I say so much more, that's what I mean. For such a simple creature, as a creature of simple construction, their adaptability is remarkable. Programmability is depending on how early you start it. In some cases, it's called indoctrination. There are certain organizations that practice this deeply. Those organizations I shall not name because of certain restrictions and current world events. But now, given that the average human can start reproduction, physically start reproduction at the age of around 12 or 13. I said it, yeah. But legally, it's around about 18. But there are things known as teen parents. Okay. But on average, a standard human female can produce one to two, up to three or more offspring every 9 months. Average, it's between one to two, depending on the person. Now, you take that for even from the age 18 until menopause. How many children is that? Okay. Now you think of this. In the average lifespan of that person, from birth to death, and let's just say on average death is 90 years. Okay. Death is 90 years. Now, how many children have been born just to one person that's not that person in 90 years? Or, okay, think about this. For every there there are far more people being born than there are people dying. Okay, that is where the issue lies. No, I'm not going to get into the conversation I had with a friend quite a while back about said topic. I really should write this shit down and get it published. I mean, get me stoned and it's a "Yee, I'm going to open my mouth and let bullshit out. Somebody's going to be listening to this going, "Oh, that's actually logical. That could work. Hmm, yeah, could do that." Next thing you know, we've got a totalitarian society worshiping me as a god. No, be like the great nation of Jason. Yeah, dude, I would not fucking want that. Why? Because I'm too fucking lazy. If you're thinking of any plans of overthrowing this nation, leave me out of it. My ass. While you're busy overthrowing the nation and taking over the world, my ass will be planning on the couch with a pipe in my hand going, go on. As Animal Planet's playing the dance of the lemurs. See, I really don't give a fuck. I mean, come on. I mean, if people really truly spoke their own truth, I think the world would be a lot better place. I mean, although I did not agree with the George Floyd riots, and I think they went far too far into the excess, I did celebrate the passion, and that's why I enlisted. Okay, to give them the right to do that. Did I agree with it? No, but I gave them that right. I'm not gonna lie. It hurts to see my country in her certain state, but that's what happens when it's evolution. Revolution. Get it? Evolution. Revolution. Get the word correlation? I'm a person who gets a lot of time to think, smokes a lot of weed, listens to a lot of unique music, views the world from the outside, views society from the outside. I've got that gift. I try to view this world as if I'm looking down from a spaceship, trying to figure out what's going on, trying to understand the chaos. And there are no easy answers. There's a song I listen to about once every 4 months, give or take. That's if I don't blow it up on apps. It's by White Lion. It's called When the Children Cry. Look it up. It's a very beautiful song. And it's and when I put in my quote, I commented, as a child I did not understand the song, but as a parent I feel every word. And one of my pups is chirping. And it goes when the children cry. Oh, I can't. I know. Let's look it up. When the Children Cry by White Lion. Do a reaction video to it. And another one I listened to, I remember, is Runaway Train by a Soul Asylum. And that one was a power. If you watch the video, it will rip your heart apart. It's about runaways. It's it's one of those things where the '80s had the good music. No, but let me get back on track. I'm like, damn. No, but when I say humans are mildly programmable, that's what I mean. Mildly. If you can get them early enough, yes. Okay. But now the human species, okay, are inherently violent. When I say inherently violent, I mean they will fight amongst they are currently fighting amongst themselves. Why? Don't know. Because gods. See, I will be dead honest with you, and I will be completely and utterly truthful. Although I do not believe in the current government, nor do I believe in the state of the nation. If I were to get the call, I would go back to the uniform in a heartbeat. Because it's not a. when you raise your right hand and swear to an oath to this nation, you also swear an oath to the people, and that oath doesn't go away because you got out. Okay. I'm not one to preach in regards to other people because I'd be a hypocrite because I do a lot of bad. Not bad as in crime, but I know that, and I honestly feel that there are times where I will be far too harsh on my children. Uh, see something. No, I'm seeing if I got a strike or something on my. Okay. Uh, doesn't show me on the lives. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm just fucking around right now. Doing a little ego surfing on the lives. You have to, man. Uh, I'm not gonna lie. Huh. I will see something. No, am I still alive? Yep, I'm still alive. Oh, on the wind. Unwanted spirit. See if I can do. Oh, I am live. Live. Huh. Oh God. Whoa. I'm watching. I'm watching. Okay. Yeah, I just ego surf. Ego surf. I ain't. Yeah, we are allowed to do that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting enough exposure. Go outside. No, one of my children. Yeah, one of my children was sitting back there, and apparently he happened upon one of my recorded lives, and he looked at me and said, "Dad, you need more exposure." I opened up the back door and walked outside and stood in the sun. He's 9 years old. Oh, come on, you didn't get the dad joke. I ain't nobody listening. Well, I mean, I got kicked off of one already. But, I mean, it's not like I'm stressing. I mean, it's, I can't follow myself. It's funny because I'm just getting into this. I know I may one day, I may come and find I have 5,000 followers. If I did, it'd be nice. Then I wouldn't be able to speak as freely as I do. Hmm. 45 in the morning. Ain't nobody on. But I'm gonna end this and go food.